Hello, mathematicians! I'm glad to be back with you for another math lesson. So today we are starting something new. But before I do that, I want to say to all of you that I have been seeing some great addition with two-digit numbers. You've been doing a fantastic job, and that's very helpful when you're about to start subtracting with two-digit numbers. We are going to be subtracting with multiples of 10. Remember, the word multiple only means more than one 10. So I would like you to watch me as I put a few examples on the board, and at the end of my lesson, I will show you the equations I want you to solve. Okay, let's get started. So I think I'm going to start with the number 50. And I'm subtracting. Pay attention to that symbol. That's the subtraction symbol. I'm going to take 20 away. Okay, so that's what I want to start with. 50 subtract 30 equals. Now, I know many of you probably could tell me the answer right away, but stay with me. I want to model with you step by step using 10 rods and also checking our work with the hundreds chart. So we know the number 50 has, what is it, boys and girls? 5 tens. So let me move over 5 tens, and you could count with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, now since we're subtracting, remember, pay attention to that symbol. It means we're taking away 30. And we know 30 has 3 tens. So all we have to do is cross off 3 tens. There's 10, 20, 30. And now, how many tens do we have left will be our answer. And we have 10, 20. So 50 subtract 30 equals 20. Now, some of you might have noticed this little pattern, and you might have solved it this way. You might remember you did a lot of addition and subtracting with one digit. So when you thought of 5 subtract 3, I hope that you knew right away that that's 2. But since we're using multiples of 10, it happens to be 20. Now, let's check that with our hundreds chart. Now, boys and girls, when you use your hundreds chart to add multiples of 10, you went down the rows. That's adding 10 each time you go down. Well, today, since we're subtracting, we're actually going to go up. So I started with the highest number. It was 50, and I'm taking away 20. So skip count, 10, 20, 50. Well, I think I took away 30. I'm sorry, boys and girls. 30. So 10, 20, 30. 50 subtract 30 equals 20. Let's go back. Looks good. Let's start another one. So let's start over, and let's get a little larger number. Let's start with 70. Subtract 40 equals. Okay, so 70 subtract 40. Again, I notice this symbol is a subtraction symbol, which means I'm going to take away from the total. The total is a larger number, and 70 has 7 tens, so let's count with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I want to check my work because I'm working with a large number. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Correct. Okay, subtract 40. So remember, boys and girls, subtraction means we're taking away. So 40 has 4 tens, so I have to take away 4 10 rods. You could do this with me. 10, 20, 30, 40. And then I look at the total amount of tens. Oops. We have left. I'll circle those for you. You have 3 10 rods. So that is 10, 20, 30. So 70 subtract 40 equals 30. And again, some of you might have noticed 7 subtract 4 equals 3. But 70 subtract 40 equals 30. Let's check that on the number chart. So our number, the highest number was 70. And we subtracted 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. Notice I went up the hundreds chart when I was taking away. 70 subtract 40 equals 30. Okay. So, boys and girls, I think I'll do one last one. Let's do this quickly because I'm sure, I hope you're catching on at home. Let's do 80 subtract 20. Okay. Oh, sorry, boys and girls. So now you notice we're starting with 80. That's the total. We're subtracting 20. And again, I know you're really clever out there. You see 8 tens, subtract 2 tens. I could count back 8, 7. You know what it'll be. So let's just do a 10 rods. 10. I'm going to get 80, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Let's make sure I've 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. All right, subtract 2. 1, 2. 2 tens are taken away. So that leaves us with all of these tens. And remember how I gave you that little hint? 8 subtract 2, 8, and I'm going to count back 2. 7, 6. I think I should have 60. Let's count by 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And there's the answer. That's the difference between 80 and 20 is 60. And on the hundredths chart, we start with 80 and we take 10, 20, and we got 60. So boys and girls, I hope that was clear to you how to do it. Now I'm going to show you the equations I would like you to start at home. Now, remember, it's important when you start subtracting. I know a lot of times you confuse addition and subtraction, so you really want to pay attention to that symbol I just put on. I'm going to have you solve 70 subtract 30 equals, okay, equals. The other one I'm going to have you do is 50 subtract 10 equals, and then I'm going to have you do 40 subtract 20 equals. Now, boys and girls, those are exactly what I did on the board before. You may write them on here and take a picture and upload that. You may write those on a piece of paper, solve them, and take a picture of it and upload that to Google Classroom. And also, if it's helpful, if you want to draw your own 10 rods, you might not have these cubes at home. You might not want to use this board. So you could always draw a line like we did in class. I would just say, don't get crazy trying to make a 10 rod. I would just draw lines down. That is representing 30, 10, 20, 30. You could do that on your paper if you want to help you. That's up to you. Now, I'm also going to put in here a little bonus to see if anyone would like to be brave enough to try a bonus. So here is my bonus. I'm going to say you're going to start with 80, subtract blank equals 40. So that's a little bit of a challenge. What's that bonus? Actually, just to remind you, I will call this bonus. Bonus means you don't have to do this, but you might enjoy the challenge. So this is your bonus equation. So look carefully again, boys and girls. Think about how you could use a pattern, what you know when you added and subtract with one-digit numbers to figure out that missing number in the middle, the missing subtraction facts. So it would be true 80 subtract what equals 40. All right, so remember, you can go ahead, write it right here on the screen, or you may upload it, a piece of paper of your own, and take a picture, whatever way you could show me. Lastly, you could also show me, write the equations in your private comments on your assignment. Thank you, boys and girls. I look forward to seeing your math.